You don't know Tim Warmels. We're going to introduce you to the Canadian Bachelor. All of our American people, you know the Bachelor.
We have Bachelor 2 over here, and it's great. We've only had 2, and Tim was the second season, and he ended up finding love that failed. Is that right? Is that mean? Is that sad to say? Failed?
I mean, it's not the greatest word to use, but that is the fact of the matter.
You say you're the failed bachelor.
Yeah,
you say it. So that's how she got it. You're like, I'm the failed bachelor, right?
We all are, except for like 4.
We were talking on our way down, and I said, it's so weird to me that you put 20 people in a room, and it's like you apparently find love for a minute, but I'm like, it's like you go to Cuba, and then you fall in love on that week, and then you get home, and you're like, I have
a sleepover camp.
You know, it's like you like them for like, it's like situational love. Is it situational love?
It's so difficult for me to comment on any of the other seasons.
Right.
But what I will say is that I think falling in love requires you to like emotionally commit at a certain point. It's not just a feeling. It's like, okay, let's do this.
Okay.
And I think the situation of The Bachelor, the environment of The Bachelor, like what it's trying to do, gets you to that. It allows you to get to that point really, really quickly. Because you don't have to think about anything else in your life. You can legitimately just focus on the one thing.
What are the chances that one person is in there that you'll fall in love with?
I know, you have I read a philosophy you have on this, like back in the day when there was like small colonies.
No, you have a philosophy. Oh, like you're intellectually invested in it. Like you actually think like.
I think I watched your speech or something. It was like back in the day, like you lived in like a small community with only a certain amount of people, and you ended up with. It's your story. You could tell it or not.
It's kind of like that.
It is that, and that's the way I took it. I really like sat outside of this whole like dating in a big city with 2 million inhabitants and like 20,000 possible mates, and you take it back to what we evolved in, which was like these small little groups.
Yeah.
And within there, you could find someone that you love.
I met my husband at the Big Easy.
I don't know what that is.
It's a club.
Okay.
A nightclub.
Did you fall in love with her?
You can't.
Head over heels. Absolutely.
Why can't I?
She's a lovely girl, right? Lovely. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Did you break up with her? Did she break up with you?
No, we weren't right for each
We
other.
weren't compatible. I could have told you that just from watching. I knew she wasn't right for you. I should have called you. I should have known you then, but I didn't feel it. Didn't feel like the perfect match.
Why?
She wasn't your girl.
What didn't you?
I don't think
do you find it weird that these women know your love life?
So weird.
And that there's moms.
But
your biggest demographic is probably
fair.
moms who sit and
I
watch you
understand that.
with their husbands beside them, and then they all text each other, and they're like, "He's got bedroom eyes."
Doesn't he have, when you're looking at me, it's like, I don't know if you're like, you're not drunk. So, but like, you've got these eyes that just kind of hang and you stare right in.
Yeah,
it's like,
too bad on camera it looks like I'm high.
I know, it did. I thought at first maybe I saw one of your first interviews that you went on breakfast television, your eyes were just like that, and I was like, I don't know, but then I got used to them and I saw like the romance and the sexiness, and he looks at you like his eyeballs are looking right at you and they're hanging.
Is it weird for you? Is it weird that
No,
it's
not at all. You know what you're getting into when you sign up for this. So all this BS about like, oh, is it weird to talk about your ex or like something like that? I'm not allowed to say it's weird, although it is.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say that though because I know what I signed up for.
Right.
Or it's like people who see me on the street and they're like, because basically what they're asking you is, hey, how was your last divorce? And it's like, how tough is that a question to answer in reality? But I can't be mad about that because I know what I signed up for.
That's right.
And would you do it again knowing what you know now?
Would you
sign up again?
I don't think I would.
I mean, not again. I'm saying, knowing what you know now, and you've never done it.
Oh, absolutely.
Would
I don't regret it.
Would you say to your
I
son,
wouldn't do it a second. I wouldn't do it a second time, but I would definitely. I definitely don't regret having done it once.
Right.
And I would say to my son, yes, I would say.
What about your daughter?
You would say,
would you tell your daughter to do it too? To be one of the girls?
One of the 25?
Yes.
I would just have to make sure that she knows what she's getting into.
What is she getting into? We don't know.
Because I don't think.
What's she getting into? What's she getting into?
Your personality gets magnified.
Yes.
So if you have a certain personality, they're going to take it to the limit in terms of like what they show. That's how you tell a story on TV. Everybody knows that that's what happens.
Right.
So as long as she's fine with her personality being magnified, then that would be okay. Somebody asked me once, would I be one of the 25 guys? And I said, absolutely hell no, because I can come off as a bit of a dick.
Ooh.
So I totally know that they would take me and magnify me as
Did they do that in your
soul.
season? No, they didn't.
No, they you know.
Are you a dick?
No, you seem
I
like a nice
come
guy.
off as a
At
dick.
what? Why?
Confidence.
If we no.
Bedroom us?
No, if we have a conversation,
Good head of hair.
for the first
Nice
5
body.
seconds you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. For the next 10 seconds you're like, what the hell is he saying? And then for the next 45 seconds while I explain myself, then you'll realize, oh, he's actually a really like well thought out, interesting person. But he just says it in a dickish kind of way.
Wow, a dickish kind of way.
So you're backing up
So
your
if you don't give me that 45 extra seconds,
won't
which
be
they
thinking
wouldn't
anything.
when you're one of the 25.
Right, but they do when you're the Bachelor. So
Exactly.
back to your daughter being able to go on there, and you were saying if you're okay with your personality. What's hard about that is that these girls are so young. A lot of them haven't found themselves
they're
yet,
young.
and they don't really know themselves that well. And so when those characteristics get highlighted, it's like they're so upset. It's like, honey, that's you. Get to know
Did you
yourself.
have any choice in who you picked?
In terms of
The
Girls?
original 25.
Or you show
the
up?
original 20, no, and I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be a huge, like, oh my god. And that goes back to this being like, to me, it was kind of like a ritual, and I wanted it to be like as serious as possible. I wanted
You were
to
doing it for you.
set
For
myself
real.
up. Yeah.
You were looking to get married.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Did you walk in and see someone right away and be like, I like you?
I think everybody does that.
No, like one person.
Not one. There were several people that I was like, this could be crazy. But then there was other people who I didn't get that first impression with that then came to surprise me a ton. And that's the other thing about it is that if you give people that chance, which you have to, they can surprise you.
I want to know when all these contestants in The Bachelor and Bachelorettes go on, are they always just looking for love, or a lot of time are these people looking for exposure? Because a lot of them end up being like you know,
the next Bachelorette,
or the next Bachelorette, or a host of this show, or a host of that. Like, are a lot of these people wanting to be?
See, again, I don't know.
I can only speak for myself. What about you?
No. See, I don't know.
Yeah, he was an actor. He totally was modeling.
Well, I was a model, but I never wanted to be.
But your agent told you should do it, so there was some exposure. I mean,
my agent was like, but nothing has ever come of that. If anything, they don't want to hire you now as an actor or as a model because they're like, oh, people will think that we're hiring The Bachelor to represent our brand.
So you screwed
So like, that takes away from it.
Okay,
did you fire that agent?
What's interesting is that we get to know you so well during The Bachelor.
No, we think we do.
I do. I know him really well. It's like we
No, you
dated.
didn't know how much of a dick I was.
I like a dick. I don't care. That's an amazing surprise.
Bedroomized. Hello.
Yes, sold. I'm fine with the extra. What was your life like after? Like, what are you gonna do now? Like, I know that you used to be an eye banker. What's this?
An investment banker. Yeah.
Which was boring for you.
Yeah, it was. That's why.
And you won't do it again.
No.
So you're so rich, you're retired.
You were gonna go on a motorcycle.
Rich, bedroomized, and a
which I
dick.
did.
Here we go.
Was that amazing?
Yeah, that was amazing. Basically, what happened was I finished after the show. I had to like hide away, which was great because I could finish renovating.
Where did you hide away?
I hid away in my house that I was renovating.
Oh, you didn't.
So for like 4 months, I would wake up every morning at like 8 a.m. and I would work on my house till like 8 p.m.
That's great.
And it was great. Like time just
You
flew
wouldn't go out for a
by.
coffee.
April would come
you
over.
wouldn't go do anything.
April would come over. April
Wait, you couldn't go for. You couldn't walk outside.
Oh my god! Of course I did.
Oh, okay.
April would come over. She would give her little decorating tips.
She did live in Toronto at that point. Yeah.
Wow. So for 4 months you dated for secret.
Yeah. For 4 months we dated for secret.
Italy.
She bought like 3 wigs, and she would park in my garage in the back, and then wear a wig to walk from the garage.
That must have been sexy.
It was so fun.
It was kind of fun, but then at a certain point that got super boring because you wanted to see what life was going to be like normally.
Yeah.
And you didn't have that chance until the show was finally aired and over.
And then you might be over them by then. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't think it was that. I think it was just you wanted to see what normal life was going to be like.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because that's the only way you can really tell if it's going to work long term. Really, really tell.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Possibly.
Do you feel like you're a dating expert now that you got to date 25 women? And if so,
Absolutely.
you do.
Absolutely.
He's a dating expert.
Yes.
Is that
I've
your
been
new thing?
online dating since I was 18.
Tinder?
Like I have been in this for so long.
When are you gonna? Okay,
Because you want to find love and you want to be married?
Plenty of Fish, Tinder, Bumble, all of that
you finally
stuff.
have settled in.
Where'd you find your last?
No, he
Your
doesn't
friend?
want to talk about her. She
But
gets
where
in
did you
trouble.
find her? Online?
I think that Bumble these days is the
Bumble. We don't
be
know
all and end
Bumble.
all.
Never even heard of Bumble.
Go to Bumble.
Bumble is the feminist's Tinder.
Oh.
Basically, it's Tinder, but the girl has to talk to you first, even after you match.
Oh.
So the guy can't like bombard the girl even when they've matched.
And send dick pics.
You have
Exactly.
You have to
No DPs.
No DPs.
Yeah. You have to tell us one piece of advice for life would be. If you could give one piece of
Just
advice.
try.
Yes.
It annoys me so much when I hear girls are like, "Oh, I'm so like, I can't do it. Like, I can't date, and like, I'm just so beaten down."
Even outside of relationships.
Oh, then that even applies even more.
That
Just
would be your
try.
big. Just try or do.
When I was eight, I was trying out for one of the rep hockey teams, and my parents got a call to say like, "Oh yeah, we want Tim to be on the rep hockey team." So like, you have to try out. You know, there's like 3 tryouts. You got to go really hard, and they like cut it down and stuff. And so my mom asked, "Oh, that's great. Like, you know, why or whatever." And the coach tells her, he's like, "We don't like Tim because he's very good. He just tries really hard." And I was like, "That's hilarious."
That's so cute.
And that has stuck with me forever. Everything that I've ever done, I'm not the smartest. I'm not like the most gifted. I just try really fucking hard.
That's why my husband was in the NHL and he was terrible, but he tried really hard.
Because then it makes you better, and like it takes the little bit of talent you have and it amplifies it. Like,
I mean, he was great. He made it, but he was terrible on the like. Anyway, but I love you, babe.
What's your job now?
So now I run my construction company, and now so I take all of that kind of creative energy that I have, and I read a ton, and I go on adventures.
Do
So
you
my
read
last
to your
adventure.
girlfriend?
What's that?
Do you read to your girlfriend?
Sometimes she asks me, but it hurts my throat.
No,
You should try vintage porn. Read that to her. Yeah.
Is
It's a thing. You should.
You know what? Don't answer what
it's
that
not. It's
is
retro.
that.
It's not vintage. It's retro.
Yeah, vintage would have to be. It was filmed then.
Vintage
Retro.
Whatever.
It's not attractive. I'm picturing that in my head. That's not.
It's called retro
Is it
porn.
retro?
It's retro porn.
Vintage is
It's
so
not
much
vintage.
funnier.
No, it's
Vintage
not.
is kind of funnier.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Vintage sounds a lot cooler.
Oh,
Like
Tim,
vintage
where can
porn.
we find you now? Could you do people's houses? Like, can they hire you?
I never work for friends, and I
No,
don't
I'm
like,
just
I
saying.
don't like
Are we
working for
friends?
people.
Do you have a company that people are like Tim Warmels?
now.
No, you renovate your own houses.
I
not
do,
other
and if
people.
you find me, I will work for you. But I will not tell you what the name of the company is.
Oh, it's that. It's
I
like,
don't like working
It's
for
like those
friends
doors
or
in
for
New York where you don't know where the bar is, but if you find it, you knock on
Do
the
you know
door,
what
you're
that's
allowed in. What?
What's that
Underground?
called?
Oh, secret?
You know the bars in the back, the secret bars in the back.
There
What's
is
that
a
called?
particular name for that.
What do they call it, John?
I'm putting for it.
What?
Speakeasy.
He's a
There you go.
speakeasy builder. So if you can find the speakeasy builder, he'll come and build your house for free.
No.
Oh, not for free. You thought it was a passion, you loved it. No, he'll charge you a lot. Because a bedroom is what? Well, he does it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
we
that's
will.
it. You want to wrap it up there, Took?
Yes, this was so fun. I loved meeting you. I've got some work I need done at my house, but we're friends. So.
If you want to keep up with me, go on Instagram.
Yes.
My next trip is going to be taking my first sailboat in open ocean, 1,700 nautical miles to Maine.
With or
And
without
then-
your girlfriend?
Without the
By your
girlfriend.
own? By your own?
Not
By
solo.
yourself?
For open ocean, you got to have crew members to sail 24 hours.
You just jump
I've
on,
never been on
you
a
just
boat
jump
in
on
the
a
open
wait, you
ocean.
just jump on a
So
boat
this is like,
for how long?
So this scares the shit out of me, and this is why I want to
Are
do
you
it.
bringing a camel crew?
No, but I will bring.
You need a YouTube channel. Just start your adventures.
I just
His
like doing
YouTube
it
channel
every-
could
if
just
you
be
wanna come
videos of
follow me,
this.
come follow me.
He just invited us on his boat.
I just
Tim
wanna,
wants us to come sailing with him on his boat.
It's not
in
my
a-
boat. It's
Whose
some
boat is
dude.
it?
It's some dude who does. He lives on the ocean. He's an ice-breaking captain in the Arctic. So I was like, "Yo, what do you do?" He's like, "I'm an ice-breaking captain." I'm like, "I want to learn everything you know." So
Can
he's
I,
like, "All right,
can
come
I
on board,
challenge
I'll
you to
teach
something?
everything."
I know I hear you like challenges.
Okay.
Like,
You still like challenges?
Well, I'm not saying yes yet.
I would like to see an episode of you tuna fishing. What's it
I
called?
think it's called Big Tuna.
Big
or
Tuna.
something.
Yeah, you should go to Big Tuna episode. It's an open ocean. It's a challenge.
How long are
got-
you going on that boat?
1,700 is usually about 2 weeks of straight sailing.
Is it safe? Are you going to be okay?
I don't know, and that's the point.
What?
This is what I like to do. I like to do shit that scares me.
Danger. Are you like
You
you're
do
feeling
ride 'em
excited?
over.
You're exciting them. You're excited. Danger. Challenge.
Hey, all right,
Try
guys.
really hard.
Wow.
follow you.
We're gonna follow him along on his dangerous episode of sailing across the motion to Maine.
The motion.
The motion.
The motion in the ocean. And then maybe we'll see you again and we'll interview you and you can tell us all about it. And then maybe you can get a boat and we'll come on your boat.
That's entirely possible.
Maybe you'll get a boat and we'll sail Lake Ontario all around the island. I can't wait for that Lake Ontario sail.
Yeah.
What do you do, Tim Warmels?
Okay, we'll go to Georgian Bay. It's a little bit more dangerous. A little bit more dangerous, right?
Tim Warmels on Instagram. Tim Warmels on Twitter. Do you tweet? You're an Instagrammer.
And I bet if you Google him, you can find some old episodes.
And there's also a picture of him, like if you Google him, like without a shirt on like a bed, just sort of.
What?
You do that really well.
Where-
Good job.
Where's that one?
Just Google image, you'll find them.
Mike.
And this is so fun.
Wow.
Let's get drunk.
Pleasing middle-aged
And
woman
horny.
here. Oh my god. Wow, drunk and horny. Okay.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. This is amazing. Ciao. Bye,
Take
Tim.
care.